A silver glimpse of immortality. Furzon. The impetus of one man's dream, the vision and creation of the Gainey Arabian. Furzon, the horse that began a quest for perfection, not just for a moment, but for all time.
Louis is by Furzon, of course, and he is out of the great Gay Louise, and she, of course, was by Azrat, now the national champion, Gay Regima. He is a full brother to Mr. and Mrs. Gert Kerr's Gay Ballerina that was reserve Canadian national champion, and he is a grandson of the national champion, Gay Regima. So he is a double Furzon bred horse by Furzon, now the Azrat mare, Gay Louise. And we're going to leave our stallions in and bring them all in here. And I may stay in with them or mine may. And this is Gay Warsaw, ladies and gentlemen. Gay Warsaw by Furzon out of the imported mare Paletta, who's by Comet out of a Nabor daughter. And he is going back up to his home state, Minnesota, to be with Mr. and Mrs. Wayne Thiede at the Green Meadows Arabian Farm in Rochester, Minnesota. See, he's jumping up. He's getting in the habit of jumping out of snowdrifts. Gay Warsaw, he actually was shown that he was a champion park horse. He's a champion horse in harness. And later Sterling showed this horse as a stalk horse. Played cowboy and Indian with him. He went champion that way also. While Gabe Verona was out winning his national championships, this horse was home breeding mares. He's no dummy. This is Gay Gazpacho, the Pat's Bray in for us. This is a horse that Mr. Gainey still thinks he owns. Mr. Jimmy Dean took this horse back. He and Mr. Miller, Mr. Wayne Snyder to the American Heritage Farm in New Paris, Indiana. They took him back 2 years ago, and he stood 2 seasons there, and they say they're going to use him again this year, and after that we think he's coming back maybe to Santa Ynez, but he's by Gay Parada. He's out of the great Furzon mare Gay Grease, and then she in turn was out of another Furzon daughter, Gabrielle. So he's by a Furzon son out of a Furzon daughter who was out of a Furzon daughter. He kind of introduced himself, doesn't he? Thank you. This is Gay Parada, of course. Triple national champion, Legion Supreme Merit sire. He sired a national Dirty champion mare for the Kerrs in Canada. He is a sire of reserve national pleasure driving horse Gay DePata, Merle Lacey's horse from last year. The horse also won a blue the other day out the showgrounds, I saw it. But he's by Furzon. And out of the great mare Asleta.
That's coming good, Marlon.
We can put these kids on the reel here somewhere, and we'll bring out another baby. Thank you. The horse actually last year we didn't bring him over to Scottsdale, and he was unhappy for about 6 months. The other 6 months he's been threatening us if we didn't bring him back this year. We were loading horses, and one of these youngsters hesitated at the ramp. I had this horse, and I said, move aside. He ran up, backed into his stall, and said, I'm in here. He hauled 570 miles, jumped out of the trailer, yelled at everybody, said, I'm here, shape up. And believe me, we all shape up. I feel the boys run up to the store. They don't come home with an apple. They get a bushel of the finest, choicest apples there is. Nobody argues about it. The only problem is I think that the boys may eat a few of them. Anyway, also he has his own favorite brand of waffle syrup. It's a blueberry and it's a certain brand. He likes it, and they get that for him if he wants it. The horse does what he wants, as I said. This horse, ladies and gentlemen, we feel there's a lot of stories about the sires of champions and the horse that holds the records, and we feel that we can say in all honesty and fairness that this horse you're looking at, and we're very proud of national champions, more generations of champions than any other Arabian horse in the world today, and we're so glad to be able to have you here to share this moment with us. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how about these other horses? We're a little proud of here. Neither one of these horses concedes a thing to the other. Of course, you know, there's no question but what Furzon. Well, at least they prove my point, don't they?
Well, I hope when you get home you
Now, of course, every one of these horses has to have someone to friend for. Now, let me tell you, folks, just watch. You think this horse kicks up his heel, wait till you see Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Proud to be a part of it. And most of you here sharing this, and we're happy to share it with you. There he is, 30 years old.
Good shot. Good shot.
Furzon and Frank McCoy. Now, Helen, where's Helen? Frank takes all the credit, but we know Johnny Wells who makes selections for these good breedings. Like I am. My wife, when I get time for my birthday cake, she mixes it and doesn't bake it. She puts the candles on the heat and the candles bakes the cake.
How about this way now?
Beautiful.
Hey, Frank, take a little piece of apple. There.
You gonna let him mess it up?
going for those apples, isn't he?
Happy birthday. Now there's a horse that doesn't have a one white marking, and now everybody's going to say, I know the horse has a pink nose.
Thank you, Dan.
Beautiful.
Dan, how about it?
Scared him.
Still afraid of you, Wayne.
But tell me,
Gert, are you out here? There, come on in here, sir.
I got this.
Gert Turner has more Furzon horses than anybody unless it's DJ Gainey. I'm not sure which one has them. Well, sure, take the horse for a little walk around here, too. Oh, sure, you can't just lean on the horse, Gert. How about that, ladies? We're going to take I showed him this Pomona when he was just a weanling. This wean, he was reserved champion stud as a weanling. That's pretty good.
He's a winner.
I'm glad. I don't think there's any horse in the United States that's got more offspring than this old horse has got. And it does me good to know that that old horse has done so well. And he's really improved the breed every year, I think. And I'm really glad that me and Furzon both is here. Robin, why don't you take him around one time now? Mrs. Gainey with Furzon. For all you people that want something to do, I'd like for some of you to figure out how many generations of horses you got on the ground. So that'd be a challenge, Frank. And the important thing is that the high percentage of them are champions, and also both his sons and daughters sire and produce great champions. I don't mean just champions somewhere in the world, but I'm talking about on a national level. There at the farm we have son and daughter teaching his that are national champions, and he is a great one.
He's going to come out and open it.
Yeah. He goes around and looks at everyone.
Now that Furzon has had his cake, we can slice the rest of it for those of us who are less important. There's cake over there and more champagne. There's also another birthday this year.
Alright, move around.
There we go.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah. I think he likes that wind on him. Oh, I work for Mike Nichols. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no. I would like your name and address and get a copy. And I didn't bring it up.
On. The impetus of one man's dream, the vision and creation of the Gainey Arabian. Furzon, the horse that began a quest for perfection, not just for a moment, but for all time. The foundation of the Gainey program. The type, the look unmistakable. Grace, beauty, elegance. Preserved for the future forever in a specific gene pool by the foresight and dedication of Daniel C. Gainey. Gay Parada, United States National Champion Stallion, Canadian and U.S. National Champion Pleasure Driving, sire of U.S. and Canadian National Champions in halter and performance. Gay Parada has left his indelible mark on the program of Gainey Arabians by perpetuating the influence of his sire, Furzon. the continued efforts of Daniel J. Gainey and his wife, Robin Field Gainey, granddaughter of the late Arabian breeder R.B. Field, Gainey Arabians have met and surpassed the demands of current competition by continuing to create beautiful, athletic Arabian horses, bred for spirit and disposition, timeless versatility, and unique type. Championship after championship proves the success of their goals, and athletic superiority has become a major part of the Gainey program. Perfection in cadence and quality, generation to generation, the enhancement of a specific style and spirit. Horses of disposition and versatility. Champions in every division. Horses of heart and talent. The Gainey Ranch in Santa Ynez, now headquarters of the Gainey breeding program. Here, future generations of the Gainey Arabian will fulfill their destiny in perpetuating the specific Gainey type. Gainey Arabian celebrated its 50th year in 1991 by welcoming friends and fellow breeders from around the world and by presenting the past, present, and future cornerstones of the continuing Gainey program. A celebration of food, wine, friends, and mutual commitment to the Arabian horse. Argosy, United States and Canadian national champion English pleasure, U.S. and Canadian national top 10 stallion, sire of national champions in halter and performance. Truly, a horse with unique and unparalleled talent. Gay Argosy, the personification of the Gainey Arabian of today. Natural, balanced athletic ability. Canadian national champion pleasure driving. U.S. and Canadian national top 10 English pleasure amateur owner to ride. Scottsdale champion in English pleasure and pleasure driving amateur owner to drive. Regional champion as an amateur park horse. Fonda, the epitome of the amateur's mount in talent, beauty, and disposition. The Gainey Arabian. Gay Baisha, champion 5-year-old mare at the prestigious Scottsdale Show. Here, pictured 2 days before foaling, Gay Baisha is one of the first 2 foals born of the Gainey Baisha cross. Already a champion in the show ring, she has since produced a stellar calf, further proving her value as a progenitor of the Gainey type as well. Geisha, exacting evidence of the success of the cross of the 90s for the Gainey program. A beautiful example of the Gainey Baisha cross. Geisha was named Canadian national champion mare in 1991. Geisha was the first foal born of this platinum cross. Near perfection. The future for Gainey Arabians holds the same promise as it did when it began 50 years ago. This time, carrying on with a new outcross, just as Daniel C. Gainey did with Azraf in the 70s. Gay Monarch, representative of the ultimate quarter outcross that is the basic formula of the Gainey breeding program. His dame, national champion mare Geisha. His sire, national champion stallion Gay Parada. Gay Monarch, the verification of the promise of success for Gainey Arabians into the next century. Gay Radiant, heir apparent to the phenomenal Gay Parada. His pedigree carries with it the epitome of the bloodlines of the Gainey program, representing 5 decades of dedication and foresight through Furzon, Gay Rouge, Azraf, and of course, Gay Parada. Gay Radiant, a new progenitor of the type that is the Gainey Arabian. Perhaps no other horse, not even Furzon, best typifies the goals and ideals of the Gainey Arabian breeding program. Gay Parada is the Gainey Arabian. In type, U.S. national champion halter stallion. In athletic ability, U.S. and Canadian national champion pleasure driving. In disposition, amateur mount, trail horse, and friend. The next century will certainly continue to garner achievement and credibility for the long-standing Gainey program. The dedication and excitement increases with each new outcross, each new generation improving upon the last. The Gainey program's longevity and success through the decades is further proof that the value of the breed rests upon the strength and prepotency of its foundation and a strict adherence to breeding principles that set a particular type and quality. From generation to generation, decade to decade, one century into the next, these are the visions of the future. dedication and vision have perpetuated 50 years of foresight for Gainey Arabians. The stars of the past have literally created the stars of the future for this half-century of commitment. A commitment to excellence of quality and type that spans decades, not months. One program, one direction, one goal. To create, improve, and preserve the beauty, disposition, and athletic ability that defines the Arabian horse. The Gainey Arabian.
For the history books, they'll note that your national champion, Arabian Futurity Colt, reigns supreme, Gay Monarch number 23. National champion, Gay Monarch, sired by Gay Parada out of Gay Shed, owned by the Gainey Arabians of Santa Ynez, California, and shown to victory by Greg Galloon. National champion, Gay Monarch. Ladies and gentlemen, your Canadian national champion, Arabian Futurity Colt, number 23, Gay Monarch, owned by the Gainey Arabians of Santa Ynez, California, and shown to your national championship by Greg Galloon. National champion, number 23, Gay Monarch. United States Reserve National Champion Futurity Colt, 105 Gay Monarch. Owned and bred by the Gainey Arabians of Santa Ynez, California. Shown to the Reserve National Honors by Craig Galloon. Reserve National Champion, Gay Monarch.
Years, decade after decade, champion after champion, Gainey Fountainhead Arabians has used one program and one direction to create, improve, and preserve the beauty, gentle disposition, and outstanding motion that defines the Arabian horse. The Gainey Arabian, selective breeding that over the years developed and created the Gainey type, the most sought after in the Arabian horse industry. Visit Gainey Fountainhead Arabians in Santa Ynez, California, and see the champions of today and the champions of tomorrow. years, decade after decade, champion after champion, Gainey Fountainhead Arabians has used one program and one direction to create, improve, and preserve the beauty, gentle disposition, and outstanding motion that defines the Arabian horse. The Gainey Arabian, selective breeding that over the years developed and created the Gainey type, the most sought after in the Arabian horse industry. Visit Gainey Fountainhead Arabians in Santa Ynez, California, and see the champions of today and the champions of tomorrow.